Alright students, let us start our today's video from unit 10, that is electronics and communication systems. Okay, here up to section 10.3.1, that is PN junction formation, we have studied in the previous section. Okay, and from today we will in today's class we will start from section 9.3.2, that is PN junction diode, and from new book it is section 10.3.2. Alright. So in previous class we have studied about types of semiconductors, that is intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic semiconductor means pure semiconductors, and extrinsic means if anything is mixed or if anything is doped or any impurity is mixed with the semiconductor. Okay, and there we have seen that two types of extrinsic semiconductors are there, one P type and one N type. Okay, so now let us start from section 10.3.1. I'm sorry, section 10.3.2, that is PN junction diode. Okay, but before I start my today's video session, let me request once again to all of you that please subscribe my channel Pratik Singh Classes. Hit the bell icon for all the videos to get its notification. Okay, a PN junction diode is found when a P-type semiconductor is fused with a N-type semiconductor. It is not AND here, it is a N-type semiconductor. Okay, means you will have, as given here, a semiconductor will be there, and from one end a P-type of doping will be added, and to other in N-type of doping is added. Okay, and thus it makes PN junction. Okay, it is a device with single PN junction as shown in figure 9.11a. The circuit symbol for that is given in 9.11b. So as you can see here, we have a PN junction diode. Okay, A is the schematic diagram and B is the circuit diagram, as you can see here. Okay, now the next topic is biasing a diode. Means how to make a diode biased. Biased means if something is made to give you some certain result or something being done forcefully. Biasing means providing external energy to charge carriers to overcome the barrier potential and make them move in a particular direction. The charge carriers can either move towards the junction or away from the junction depending upon what type of doping is given. The external voltage applied to the PN junction is called bias voltage. Depending on the polarity of the external source to the PN junction, we have two types of biasing. One is forward biasing and the other is reverse biasing. Okay, so as you can see here, this figure here shows you the schematic diagram of PN junction diode under forward biasing. Okay, likewise here this figure 9.13, this is PN junction diode with a reverse biasing. As you can see here, the difference is that in forward biasing the depletion region is very thin. Okay, but in reverse biasing the depletion region is very thick. Okay, so let us see what are the phenomena happen in both of them. Coming to forward bias, if the positive terminal of external voltage source is connected to a P side and the negative terminal to the N side, it is called forward biasing. As you can see here in this figure, okay, we have a PN junction in which we have to left hand side we have P type or positive type doping, and to the right hand side we have N type or negative type doping. Okay, so here in P type the number of electrons will be less and the number of holes will be higher, and in N type or N side we will have high number of electrons and less number of holes. Okay, as you can see here, the P type is connected to the positive terminal of the battery and N type is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. If this thing happens, if this type of circuit happens, then it is called as forward biasing. Okay, the application of a forward bias potential makes the electrons move into the N side and holes to P side. This initiates the recombination with the ions near the junction, which in turn reduces the width of depletion region and hence the barrier potential. So as you can see here in this figure, okay, that the current will flow from outside the battery from positive terminal to this PN junction diode and then again back to the negative terminal. Okay, but here the charges will move from the negative terminal towards the N type, okay, and then further to holes and then again back to the positive terminal of the battery. So here the charges will be forced. Because of the battery, the charges will be drifted inside the N-type semiconductor and will be forced to meet the holes in the depletion region. Okay, and in that situation, the depletion region will become very thin. Okay, this initiates the recombination with the ions near the junction, which in turn reduces the width of the depletion region and hence barrier potential. Okay, so in case of forward biasing, barrier potential decreases. The electron from the N side is now accelerated towards P side as it experiences a reduced barrier potential at the junction. So here, as you can see here, the depletion region will decrease and so the barrier potential will also decrease, and because of that the electrons will move as given here. The electrons from the N side will accelerate towards P side. The free electrons in the N side will accelerate towards P side and then they will recombine there. In addition, the accelerated electron experiences a strong attraction by the positive potential applied to the P side. This results in the movement of electrons towards the P side, in turn holes towards the N side. Okay, when the applied voltage is increased, the width of depletion region and hence the barrier potential are further reduced. Okay, so again here, when the voltage or the potential difference will be applied by the battery, okay, that for depletion region will further decrease. This results in a large number of electrons passing through the junction, resulting in an exponential rise in current through the junction. Okay, so here it happens that the depletion region decreases and so the recombination of electrons to holes increases or accelerates. Coming to reverse biasing, if the positive terminal of the battery is connected to N side, negative side, and negative terminal to the P side or positive side of the PN junction, PN diode, okay, the junction is said to be reverse biased as we have seen earlier and as given in this figure 9.13. As the positive potential is connected to negative type material, the electron in the N type material are attracted towards the positive terminal in turn, and holes in the P type material move towards the negative terminal, both away from the junction. So as you can see here, okay, here what happens is the holes will be shifted towards the left hand side and the electrons will be shifted towards right hand side, and in that way the depletion region will increase. Okay, and if depletion region will increase, potential barrier will also increase. It increases the immobile ions at the junction. The net effect is the widening of depletion region. This leads to an increase in the barrier potential. Consequently, the majority charge carriers from both sides experience a great barrier to cross the junction. This reduces the diffusion current across the junction effectively. Okay. Yet a small current flow across the junction due to the minority charge carriers in both the regions. The reverse bias for majority charge carriers serves as the forward bias for minority charge carriers. Okay, and what is majority charge carrier, what is minority charge carrier? Okay, two different ways for charge carriers. One is the electron and one is the hole. Okay, if suppose the number of electrons is more than that of holes, then electrons will be called as majority charge carriers and holes as minority charge carrier, and vice versa also. The current that flows under a reverse bias is called reverse saturation current and is represented by IS. I for current, S for saturation current. Okay, the reverse saturation current is independent of applied voltage and is depend only on the thermally generated minority charge carriers. Even a small voltage is sufficient enough to drive the minority charge carriers across the junction. All right. So this is all about PN junction diode, which we have seen here in section 10.3.2. This is just a very small video which I have made and I'm going to upload now. I hope you will have some questions and you will ask your questions in the comment video of this session. So in next video we will study about rectification, that is section 10.3.4. Let me show you its diagrams and all the things. Here section 10.3.4 in your book, rectification. There you will study about half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier and a lot of other phenomena. Okay, so till next video, take care of yourself. Bye bye.